And the gas is running, and what should happen is over time, the level of light will rise, because at 186, the oxygen in the air will cut the intensity, which is what the problem is. Well, the problem is more when the wavelengths below about 190, when they encounter oxygen, it forms ozone. The first morning we were here, I could smell the ozone for only 5 minutes or something. And we don't want the ozone to have ourselves, but we also don't want it in the machine. So the idea is, all right, the lamp is running. How much argon do we run so that, and I've done this before, the intensity of light will go up exponentially. So, and you look, at 30 minutes it's up, and I'll leave it for another, and in an hour it went up just a little more. So clearly at the rate I have, it levels off. It requires, let's say, 1.5 hours. Good, so we know something. Then you could say, well, in truth, can I get away with less argon now that it's clean? So we continue the same thing, but we cut the gas quantity a bit, and you go about your business in the classes in the morning or whatever, and you come back in an hour. See, my level of light is holding. Or no, it went down a bit. Aha, the lamp didn't change, but some air got in there. That is, I'm not blowing enough argon.
Okay.
And so over the first Monday, let's say, you have a pretty good idea. And my experience is, never with argon, but with nitrogen, is that it takes a while to empty out, but then it stays. Then we maintain a little positive pressure inside. And so the air, and it's not many places for air to enter. And so it stays pretty good. And yes. So that's again on a day that someone wants to run it, and he's not going to be here working with it necessarily, just in and out of every hour or so and keep an eye on it. And you say, well, it's such a, now the further point, notice there are 3 valves on the left. The last one, the one on the right toward us most, is for the chamber. Now, the main one we want is the left one, which is the lamp. So we don't produce much ozone. Secondly, the next important is the monochromator, because the light path comes in that big unit and travels 2 meters maybe. So therefore it encounters a lot of gas. Here, however, once we've got the monochromator cleaned out, and now those monochromators are remarkably well sealed. I don't know for sure on that unit, but I would guess that it's probably 40 years old, or maybe 50. It's a superb instrument, and we clean them and make sure they're perfect and so on, but they're sealed. And even after years in storage and so on, there's never anything in them. I like to tell the story about them is they began to be made right after the Second World War in California. And at that time, there was a huge war effort, as we all know. And the aluminum industry was huge. Thousands of airplanes were made, all They're quite well sealed. Now, the chamber itself, one of the things is for chambers. However, the light path from the exit of the monochromator to your sample is only so far, so you'd have to pump oxygen in there to make a problem.
Yeah, okay.
You don't have to worry much about the argon, although you can turn it on. My guess is you'll have, looks like maybe one swing of that guy once the needle goes up, and just a few millimeters of the ball being up. My guess is it's going to empty out. And as I say, I can't tell you except you light the lamp and ask the machine to keep an eye on things. And what are you looking for? The best possible light at 186. Now,